Is there a way to shut down an entire Minecraft server without the use of cheats, commands, or hacks? That is, in survival Minecraft.
I just don't think that's possible.
Dude, really? That's impossible.
Well, I hope that I can prove them wrong, because this server isn't just any normal server. See, this is exactly what I was thinking of when I joined this server with my friend Pulsify. While it was pretty average, something about its spawn felt a little bit off. Maybe because it was literally just a giant floating obsidian box surrounded by hundreds, if not thousands of random paths that seemed to go nowhere. Or maybe it was the fact that you could duplicate items. There was full netherite players literally everywhere. Everyone seemed to be fully geared while we were of course not. And these players didn't really take newbies so kindly. Some even resorted to just plain hacking to feed their lust for killing. While I was fortunate enough to get a totem and have the power to literally become immortal with my duping powers, it was obvious this wouldn't be enough to stop the server's ruthless members. We had to figure out a way. So after almost dying and losing everything for like the 4th time, we decided to break outside of the spawn and see what the outskirts had to offer. And it wasn't long before Pulsify had made an insane discovery. We had gotten word that there was people on the server who would mass produce shulkers full of gear and equipment. This way everyone could have access to weapons, but was this really a good thing? However, Pulse did somehow find one of these boxes, and we could now dupe it to our heart's content. This would be game-changing, but not game-changing enough to stop a hacker anytime soon. And while I could just kill them and the other players that spawn over and over, they would just keep coming back with infinite amounts of dupe stuff. At this point, we knew that the only way to save this server would be to end it. Nothing really served any purpose. It was just a battleground, almost like a purgatory where people would just fight, hack, and dupe items. But first, we decided to explore the vastness of this strange world a little bit. Knowing people could have secret bases or even stashes, we could try to locate one. But all of a sudden, Pulse had gotten himself into a bit of a dire situation. While looking around the map, he had run into one of the many mass shulker producers of the server, and they had gotten into a bit of a scuffle.
Double mystery, found double mystery, found double mystery.
Okay, where is he? As a desperate call to help, I came to his aid. This person, however, knew very well that he could take on all of us. He had the skill we lacked. What the? That was Pandas. God damn it, I'm sorry, Pandas. Okay, he's purling out. Uh-oh. He's running. How is he not dead, bro? I swear. After getting out of the lava, he had led us into a trap, but we knew this wouldn't stop us. We couldn't let him win. No matter how long we kept trading hits, he just wouldn't give up.
This is not a very good situation for either of us.
Oh my. It's so sketch. It's so sketch. This basically felt like a final boss fight, and it hadn't even been like an hour on the server yet. In the end, however,
yes! Let's go!
Yes!
Let's go!
Let's go! This may seem like a win, but it was only a waste of time. Double Mystery could easily get back all of his gear and come back in no time. We were now technically enemies, and we probably had just made our worst mistake yet. We decided not to worry about it too much and begun looking for a good spot to make a base to start enacting our plan. We decided to make it in the nether and all the way to bedrock to ensure that nobody would find it. Hopefully, that is.
Just mine out this entire area real quick.
Yeah, get a little box going here. See, after the fight, Pulse had found a way that we could stop the server without using any commands. And no, it's not using withers, TNT, crystals, or respawn anchors. They're loud and can easily be gotten rid of. It's something that literally is almost invisible and 99.9% foolproof. Enter the chunk ban.
Oh, we should chunk ban people. That would be so fun. We chunk ban spawn.
This is a method that has been used by many people in order to basically make it so anyone who picks up a shulker box will instantly be banned from the server. How it works is quite simple. Shulker boxes can only hold so much data. When you write hundreds of pages and characters in a book and fill the shulker with those books, all that data will overload said shulker, making it so when you pick it up, you will just be kicked over and over when trying to rejoin the server. But this method also can affect entire chunks, causing them to do the same kicking cycle. We knew this would be more effective to literally end the server, just by simply setting up a shulker banning system right at the server spawn. And after realizing the server gave you random items every like 30 seconds or so, we realized we could literally just wait for us to get the necessary components. which would be a shulker box and books with a few redstone items like repeaters, droppers. Of course, we spent a lot of time waiting. Eventually, we were fortunate enough to get TNT. Though this wasn't quite what we were looking for, Pulsify just couldn't resist.
Okay. Oh my god. That did not do anything.
But after some more patience, we were able to get a lot of shulkers set up, and all that was left to do was to make the books and quills. However, we needed books, ink sacks, and feathers. And a few short minutes later, I had gotten a book to do. Something interesting about the random items the server gave was that I also was getting items I've never seen before, such as this sort of light block that would just place an invisible light source. But eventually, Pulse had gotten the rest of the materials and we started to fill the pages with tons of characters. See, even if one page wasn't fully filled, the band wouldn't work as needed. So I made sure to check over each of the 100 pages. But this is when we ran into our first issue.
I'm just gonna call it book. It worked for me. Oh wait, no, it just kicked me.
However, it turned out to be okay, except for the fact that the server seemed to protect against the special text characters we were using. So we had to resort to a new one in an effort to see if it would work.
Okay, signing in 3, 2, 1. It worked. Nope, it didn't. Nope. Okay. Book too large. All right, that's great. Hold on.
Honestly, at this point, I thought this was it. This step was crucial for the chunk band to actually function. But then, all of a sudden...
Well, but I already gave people shulker. What?
No, it works. It works.
Oh my god.
It works.
So apparently Pulse figured it out and he had dropped the shulker and banned the chunk we were both in. Great. Luckily, the server had a plugin called Clear Lag that would delete any dropped entities in the ground like shulker boxes every like 5 minutes or so.
Is there a way to get around this? Hold on.
Clear Lag will clear it.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, clear lag. We're back.
Hopefully this won't affect our plan later on. But this is also the time that we noticed a player who had this sort of manager rank, probably meaning that he is an admin of the server. We knew we had to keep this on the down low, otherwise we would definitely be banned before we could ban everyone else. We decided to test the machine in our secret base first to ensure it actually worked.
Do you have a hopper?
1 sec. I'm stuck.
Okay,
there's
so
one gap. Okay.
if you activate any of this redstone, we're both screwed.
Oh my gosh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Okay, here we go.
Did it work?
Wait, how do you
I
know?
can't tell. You don't. You literally can't know.
Alright, everything was in order and all we had left to do was to get it ready at spawn. And already I had an idea for it.
Somebody gave me an invis potion. So basically, I'm gonna dupe those. We're gonna invis underneath the platform at spawn so nobody can
And
find
then we
us.
create a bunch of those things.
However, right before we were going to leave, this random person just happened to find us and our machine right out in the open.
What is happening, bro? I'm nervous. Who is this? Dude, we have all of our stuff in those shulkers. How did he find us? We're like 2,000 blocks out from spawn and like at what, 5?
I literally thought we were screwed this time. So before we left, we got rid of all of our stuff, burned the evidence before things went downhill. So step 1 of the plan required us to find a place under the server spawn to make the contraption, which was actually quite easy.
Okay. All right. Keep an eye on your invis.
But step 2 would be much more difficult. We needed to build an entire machine that makes it so spawn is literally banned, making it so nobody can join the server. To do this, we need to build 3 of the same machines that involve using a system that drops the shulker band with a dropper that will dispense every second and flow back into the dropper so it loops infinitely. Each machine will be hooked up to a singular line of redstone that connects a few hundred blocks away so that we don't get banned when activating it. So we potted up with invis, got to work, and prayed that the admin or any other players on the server didn't stumble across us.
The admin is active.
What do you mean he's active?
Like he's active.
Oh, well, he doesn't know to look down here unless he has a reason. So, well, I think we'll be fine.
I kid you not, this was beyond stressful. Players are right above us, and if they happen to hear the dropper or any other noise we make, they would definitely find us red-handed.
There's somebody right there. They might hear us.
Okay, can you put your potion away? There you go.
Chill out, bro.
Bro, you realize if one person sees us, it's all over.
But we knew we had to continue. Oh, and if the pressure of people possibly finding us wasn't enough,
The up's the end.
Oh, you have the redstone one, so.
No, you do it too. That way we'll do it quicker. Come on.
Almost just fell off, bro. Holy crap.
for now we decided it would be best to test it with just one machine.
Okay. It's all set up.
So
Now this is the stressful part, okay? Because I have to break this shulker box.
So after standing back outside of the chunk we were going to ban, pulse mine the shulker box.
Oh!
Did you get kicked?
Yeah, you got kicked and 3 other people did too. Oh my. No way, bro.
Surprisingly, it had gone perfectly. This, of course, was a huge risk for us. However, we thought it would be best not to worry too much about it. Also, remember how there was that clear lag plugin on the server? See, the machine we had was using a water flow with multiple shulker boxes to make sure that even if one gets deleted by the clearing, there is still more that can be dropped. So after expanding the obsidian platform underneath, we decided to do a second test.
And 3, 2, 1.
Oh! You got 3 other people.
Let's go!
Oh my.
It seemed to work again, only temporarily though.
Okay,
Okay,
but
and then
dude, they can just rejoin though. That's what I'm.
We were so nervous. Like, I'm not even kidding. This was a terrifying experience.
Somebody just said Pulsify's where were when you got kicked. Oh shoot. Turn Elytra go off twice. Thrice. Quattro.
But then things took a turn for the worse.
There's somebody down here, please.
who's down here?
I don't
Who's down
know
here?
who that was. Just please. Oh.
Warn me next time. Warn me, please.
I don't think they saw you. I don't think they saw you.
At this point, I thought it was all over.
Somebody's
Just said I saw Tyrad under spawn. I just saw Tyrad under spawn. How did he see me? Oh, he's right here. He's right here. Dude, there's somebody right.
He literally just saw me placing stuff.
What are you doing,
stuff.
bro?
Oh, he's killing me.
That's a rip. That's a rip. That is a rip. Yep, they're both. Yep, they're all here. They're all here.
The red zone.
Where? I don't know where you're talking about. Dude, I
I'll
literally,
together you.
I don't know. Oh my god, I'm dying.
They're gonna break it.
And I'm dead.
With everything going down the drain, our hope was dwindling by the second. We realized if we quit, we would be letting the server's members get in our way. Players, for example, like Dark Shadow Zero, who stopped at nothing to ruin our plan, even telling the admins about who did it. Killing Pulse and I over and over.
Yeah. Dude, why does he keep killing me?
We had to somehow make this work. So after salvaging our leftover resources...
Oh wait, we have repeaters and redstone still back at base, but it's not enough. I could dupe it, but...
This took like hours, by the way. But then all of a sudden, we noticed something really odd about one of the server members.
Why is this Arco guy saying Tyrad of AFK I'll see? How would he know?
Oh, he's in spec.
Wait, what? How can he use spec?
Spec, meaning spectator mode, means that they can literally teleport to anyone on the server and see what we're doing. Like seeing that we're basically trying to chunk ban the entire server. So after re-gearing and getting all that we needed once more, yes, it took like an hour to get a book and quill for the chunk bans, things were starting to look up. And there was something even better. Everyone on the server was gone, which was perfect, except for one person. The person who made us lose everything before. Knowing the risks, we decided to do it under spawn again, which may be a terrible idea, but it's literally the only semi-hidden place. So after splashing invis, we headed out, only to find out...
Just need to be careful.
Yeah, so we were on this platform before, but they kind of found it.
Yes, they definitely did.
And they literally destroyed almost everything. What the heck, bro?
Granted, our progress was lost, at least not all of it, but that wasn't important. While Pulsify worked in the chunk banning stations, I decided to clean up some of the platforms. The next morning started off, well, interesting.
So we're gonna get back onto it, or?
Yeah, I can't join it though. Hold on.
Is it full?
Somebody said server now open. Oh, but that was like 4 hours ago. I was banned.
You were?
Yeah.
But luckily, I was prepared and had an alt on standby just in case. Everything seemed to still be in place.
Looks like nobody griefed our platform under here. I mean, at least it looks like it, but...
With one chunk ban station all good to go, all that was left to do was the 2 others. With little time remaining before more people got on, we realized we had to do this as fast as possible.
We better do it before the admins come back on though.
Yeah, but we need to wait for more people. I mean, there's only like 5 people on. I think the hot spot yesterday was like a little bit later because people I think are still in school. So we'll have to wait probably.
The redstone wiring all good to go, we had to get each band station ready. But before we could even get to that, we had a massive problem on our hands.
There's somebody right above us, so if you open a shulker box, you might want to do it a little bit farther away.
Fortunately, the guy didn't come underneath. Now we set up each of the shulker box ban areas.
Fine. Yep, you got kicked.
Okay.
I got kicked. For some reason.
All that was left to do was to make an area about 30 to 40 blocks away that will activate all of the chunk bands at once. This was the scariest part of the process, making the redstone line and sealing it without the cover of spawn to protect us. Anyone that flies out of spawn and can see us in plain sight. We had to do this fast. And then we placed the final button, the button that will activate the chunk band. All that was left to do was to wait for more people to get on. And then came the moment of truth.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I genuinely couldn't tell if it worked until...
Oh! It's working. It's working. They keep getting kicked.
Now you're probably wondering, how do I know the machine is working? Well, if you take a look to the bottom left of my screen, there are chat logs of players both leaving, aka getting kicked from the game, and then trying to rejoin just to be kicked again. It's like an endless loop, but just in case we decided to add in observers so that the system would be activated every few seconds or so. And eventually, it seemed to be fully functional. Some people were even blaming the complete wrong players.
It just needs to not go on the same time as the clear lag. That's basically what. But it's so unlikely for it to clear at the same time.
It was likely. If you remember the clear lag system I talked about earlier, if we weren't careful, the machine would instantly break and we would have to reload it with new chunk band books. So after activating it again, it worked. But of course, only a few more minutes after.
So that's my clear lag. Okay. And
now
lag has been cleared. 3, 2, 1, go.
It was clear that this was a big issue. If we had to come back to reset the machine every 5 minutes, there was a good chance we would get caught red-handed by an admin or another player that doesn't get banned by the chunk ban. We knew we had to come up with a better method. So our first attempt was to basically fill the droppers in the chunk ban system with multiple shulkers rather than just one. So if one happens to get cleared, then there's extra that can still keep the machine working. We tested it to find out that it worked, but the machine just ended up getting cleared after multiple clear lags. I decided to see if there was any way we could automate the process of activating the system without having to push a button or flicking a lever ourselves. So after a bit of research online, Pulse happened to come across a video explaining a system called a hopper clock. This machine worked very simply. Depending on how many items you put into the hoppers is how fast the piston in the system pushes a redstone block that activates the line of redstone. The less blocks equal the faster the system operates, and the faster the chunk ban system lets out a shulker box. And it's not that loud, hopefully. The only problem is that we didn't have enough materials to make comparators, which required quartz that we didn't have. So Pulse fetched some in the nether, and all we had to do now was to set it up, and it seemed to be working really well. The only test now was to make sure the clear lag didn't mess it up, and let's just say I was nervous. We had put so much time and effort into this, and it led up all to this moment.
Are you ready? This is like the moment of truth right now.
Yeah. Yes. Ah, yes.
There we go.
Nice, dude. Okay.
We nailed it, bro. Let's go.
So to ensure that there was no possible way of anyone hearing the contraption, we decided to surround the control room in a lot of layers of obsidian.
What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna put more obsidian around the control room so that people like can't hear the pistons. So.
Now, we just had to wait for people to try to join the server and sit back, relax, and watch our hard work pay off.
Let's go! Gamer X Gamer, rip Gamer X Gamer. And we're gonna be the only ones on the server. You guys can't join. Ah!
And just to troll our friends a bit, we asked a few of them to join the server and see what happens.
Yo, Stan and Wilson. There's this really banger Minecraft server you should join, okay? You want to go on Minehut and you want to join Void 51.
Internal expectation. You're kicked from board.
Do you know what that means, Wilson? Yeah.
I got chunk banned.
People keep trying to join.
I can't join.
You literally just invited us to get chunk banned.
Yep, that's about right.
The server was no more. Any player that tried to join would get kicked instantly, and everything was falling into place. There would be no more hackers terrorizing the server, and more importantly, no more toxic players trying to ruin the experience. We had finally won.
Oh, I just accidentally chunk banned myself. Okay, that's great.